Jerry Visca, the founding publisher of Defyeneurs, and welcome to the third edition of the Top 50 Relationship Marketing Tips. This is the Freedom Families edition, and today is an explosive day. We have fellow Canadians, Tony and Vanessa Canevaro from Victoria, BC. Welcome, you guys. How are you?
We are amazing, and I'm so excited to be here, Jerry.
I'm so excited about you two. I love your profile. I love your energy. I love your hair. You guys are one of those, those couples that we've just really been inspired with here in Defyeneurs. And there's a quote that you share here in your profile, Vanessa. I want listeners to hear it. It goes like this: teach others to grow by living a life of try instead of fear. Don't live a life of regret. Don't limit yourself to a life that others want for you. I love that. So, Vanessa, share with listeners, how is your journey, you and Tony, how has your journey led you to relationship marketing?
Well, actually, Jerry, Tony and I were married very young. I had our oldest son when I was 17. So I can easily tell you that our early years together weren't easy because we were parents very young. We didn't have any money. And when I say we didn't have any money, I meant we were super, super broke. So Tony worked multiple jobs in order for me to stay home with our kids, which is what we wanted because, I think it's very important to us that the mom especially stays home with the kids because that's, how we were both raised. So relationship marketing had been something Tony had always talked to me about, but I'd never really believed him because, he had seen the vision. He had seen where it can take you. Actually, there is no limit to, what you can make with relationship marketing. So being Tony's a good-looking guy, he was doing sales when we were very young, too, and that was kind of his job. And so he was approached by multiple people, talking about the different companies they were involved with. So he'd bring them home to me, and I'd be like, nope, right, we can't afford that. We don't buy that stuff. Nope. And then some that I did agree to join, we didn't have any support. We had no sponsorship. Nobody helped us along. We made less money than what we had spent, initially enrolling because, we had to have all these crazy requirements in order to qualify every month. So, of course, I had decided that relationship marketing was never going to work for us. So the fact that a company came into our life 20 years later, and I said to Tony, hey, Tony, I think we need to look at this. Tony was like, holy smokes, okay, what is this? Because Vanessa said that we should never do this again, and she's actually thinking about it. So what I really love about this type of industry is that anyone can do it. You don't have to be crazy special. You don't have to be, crazy outgoing or anything like that. You just have to have a desire to help yourself and to help others get what they want. And essentially that's why relationship marketing is so powerful, is it's totally built on love. Because if you help other people get what they want, naturally you're going to get what you want. Tony, what do you think about that?
I think that you just really summed up kind of that quote in a nutshell, because that's the thumbnail sketch of that progression for people going from one state of belief or lack of belief in themselves to another state. And, for us, it took a long time for Vanessa to kind of catch up to where we were when we first started looking at this industry. I mean, I force-fed our kids and my wife a diet of Les Brown, Ed Foreman, and Brian Tracy and Jim Rohn CDs and tapes over and over and over again in the car before they were really ready for it. And by osmosis, it kind of sunk in apparently, because the personal development growth that we've been on really helps us, because when we talk to people and work with our team, we've been down that journey. We can see both ends of the road, and we can really see the vision for people of that there is more in everyone if they just allow themselves to explore it.
I love that. I really love that, Tony. I love how you've infused personal development, in your family throughout the years. And, Vanessa, I love what you were sharing there, that, I love that you and Tony have found your home, if you will. You found the company, you found the place, you found the industry. And I love that you share that there's no limits to where you can take it, and, anyone can do it. And that's another reason why, with Defyeneurs, we've really taken an interest in relationship marketing, highlighting extraordinary couples like yourselves, because you are everyday people that are truly defying the odds and showing anybody can create their lives. There's another quote that you share here, Vanessa. I really love it, and it goes like this: if you don't give yourself permission to fail, you never give yourself permission to succeed. And I just love that. And I see the two of you, you're always smiling, and like I said, you got this great funky hair. I just love the hair. I love it. And what gets you leaping out of bed every morning, Vanessa?
Oh, like what do I leap out of bed for every morning?
Yeah, besides Tony and his good looks, what gets you leaping out of bed?
Wake up with him. No, you know what? I am just so excited that it's our chance now, right? It's our chance to help others see, what is out there in life. I think it took us until we got into our 40s before we actually realized, oh my gosh, we are total commanders of what we live. We're total commanders of where we go and where life will take us. And having that realization that every day you actually get to start over, and it doesn't matter what happened yesterday, today is going to be absolutely explosive and exciting because we're going to make it that way. And I think when we wake up, first of all, I love waking up beside my best friend every day, and that's totally why we're in this type of organization and this type of business. But it just helps me see that, okay, you know what, anybody can do this. And the fact that we're together, we get to work together every day, we get to live in one of the most beautiful areas of Canada because our choices we've made with relationship marketing has taken us there. So every day is really exciting for me, and from the moment I wake up till the moment I go to bed. I don't think I have a downtime or anything like that, just because I can see the vision now. And it took 40 years to see that vision, but my gosh, the vision is so bright. I'm so excited about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for me, what gets me going, guys, is the financial side of relationship marketing is awesome and all. I get that's why a lot of people get started, and I totally understand and respect that. But what really pushes all my happy buttons is finding that nugget of greatness in people. And I had no idea. I truthfully had no idea that was going to be what really motivated me in this industry. But we've seen it and experienced it now many times, and it's the most rewarding experience other than raising kids and being married, is taking that person who's been kind of broken and has never had anyone say, I believe in you. You can achieve more in your life. You are worthy. You can do this. And helping them actually believe it and watching them blossom is just, I don't think I can adequately verbalize how excited I get for that. So that's the thing that gets me out of bed every day. Who can I help today?
I love that. That's what really shines through with the two of you and your energy. I love that you're helping others see possibility in themselves, and I love, Tony, how you share that you're taking people by the hand, and you're really, really showing them the possibility of themselves. As a Canadian, I got to tell you, I love that you guys are carrying this message, of inspiration, of freedom building across Canada. You're living in Victoria, you're building a thriving team in Calgary and Alberta. I just think that's fantastic. And there's no question that the two of you, you've been through a lot. You've seen a lot of challenges, and you've taken those discomforts as a catalyst for your greatest growth. What's the bigger picture going forward for Tony and Vanessa?
I think our bigger picture is we plan on changing as many lives as we possibly can, because we have been there. We have, struggled. We've had no money. We've lost a home. We've almost lost a car. We had a business fail, so we had no savings left. And actually, I'd like to say that we started again, and it took off for us really quickly, but life didn't. We actually had negative money because we had to borrow from somebody in order to take the next step. But we took the next step. And I just want people to see that you can do it, that we're actually proof of that. We came from something that was not much fun, but we are actually changing our lives and our outlook, and now we can help others do that. So I think our bigger picture is we plan on changing as many lives as we possibly can, and honestly spread as much happiness as we can across this world.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we definitely are together on that, and there's some specific things that we are really desiring to do. And I remember what it was like when we'd had a financial reversal. We were good people with stable incomes, making good money, but because of a couple of bad decisions, we couldn't go and buy our home. And one of the things that Vanessa and I have always wanted to do is be in a position where we can assist people in good people that maybe have made some bad choices or had some bad luck but have learned from it to be able to go out and purchase their own home. And that's been something we've talked about for probably 20 years, and we're getting closer to being able to make that a reality. And I think that's, from a big picture perspective, besides what Vanessa said, because that's our day-to-day big picture, is to look at how can we create, give people that opportunity to move past the mistakes that they've had and move on, because mistakes are not final. They are just a learning experience.
I love that. That's what I love about the two of you guys and the Freedom Families issue. You're really inspiring families that, maybe have seen their temporary setbacks or these failures as setbacks, but you two have proven that you can change if you want to. Vanessa, I want to leave off a question. I ask this question quite often with these live interviews, and it's more of a legacy question for you. And your family's looking at you, and they're seeing this amazing inspiration. Years down the road, what would you want them to say how their parents lived? How did Tony and Vanessa live their life?
Well, we've got 3 amazing sons. They're all grown men now. But I think what we both want our kids to say later on after we're gone is our mom and dad were not afraid to try. They weren't afraid to push that reset button at any time, and they weren't afraid to dream bigger. We've always talked to our boys about it doesn't matter, where you come from. It just matters where you're going. And at any time, you can restart your life. There is never really a failure. You just have to look at it and say, okay, well, I've learned something. I need to move on. And I think that what they're going to see from us is that our parents were never afraid to try something. They were ready to take the world on, and they were ready to run with it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Tony, do you want to add anything to that, or?
I don't think I could do any justice to that. That's fantastic.
Two of you are extraordinary. We call this profile Permission to Succeed. Anthony and Vanessa, Canevaro, Victoria, BC, all across Calgary, Edmonton, you name it. There's no stopping these two across Canada. And we're just so excited, pages 6 and 7 of the Freedom Families issue of Defyeneurs. I want to thank you both so much for being a part of this inspired platform. And on behalf of Defyeneurs, I want to wish you both the most defined year of success. Thank you.